Alright, let's discuss this particular mission here. These particular flights, we have training, bar cap, seed, Oka strikes, a couple more trainings, another bar cap, seed, and a deep strike. Now, in a perfect world, the skin for all these training flights would be the 78th. For bar cap, obviously the 55th. For seed, the 77th. And for these strikers, being the 79th. Now, this training flight right here is a D model, and you can already see the skin here for the 78th. All the training flights are set up for the 78th, but this one I wanted to point out, but this is a D model, and the rest of these are C's. Now, once we get into the pit, we're going to be looking for the differences in these particular aircraft. Now, for this training one, all the training flights are clean planes except for this one right here, and this one has wing tanks, and the reason being is these two are different squadrons. So I added something onto this aircraft here for this one, so once we get in the pit and we look, we can see, since these, this guy's going to be following this guy here, we want to differentiate between the two because they're going to be wearing the same skin. Now, for this package here, except for this first training flight, all of these are 2-ship. All of these are 1. And let's see what it looks like in the pit. Alright, here's our first plane. And that is a 55th, and you can tell it has the couple sticks there. And here's a second one. You can tell by the blue tail band, 55th. Right behind them there's some harms, so 77th skin, red tail band, and another one. Again, the first package is 2 ships of each. So here's the second one, again a 77th skin. And this squadron here is, you can tell by their bombs that they're strikers. So look at that skin, yellow band, so that's the 79th. Now behind these guys should be the 78th, and there's a clean plane there. Like I said earlier, all the except for that one in the back, they are all clean planes. So here's our first 78, and here's our second 78. Now this is the end of the first package. So our next squadron that's coming up, oh, looks like they're still parked. Anyway, in order for this to work, the squadrons that are associated with these skins have to be set. That's why we have to do those adjustments in Mission Planner. Or I'm sorry, not Mission Planner, Mission Commander. And there's the delta that I'm in. Until yellow band up on the top of the tail that I am in a 78th airplane. Alright, here's the first of the second package. You can tell by the wing bags this is a different squadron, and 78th. Oh yeah, and the second package is only single ship. So right after this guy was a bar cap. So we should have our second 55th squadron, well, the second squadron associated with the 55th. So looks like, yeah, you can see the sticks from here. Yep, and there's the blue tail band. So once somebody jumps into the pit of, say for example, this plane right here, As long as they have these skins installed, they are going to, and they're in the same slots. If they don't change the install, they're going to see exactly the same thing that we're looking at here. They're going to see that this is a training squadron skin, that this is a 55th skin, and there should be this should be the striker. I'm sorry, no, I'm wrong. The 77th is after the 55th. So there's his harms. And another thing to point out too is if somebody in their loadout, if they change their skin, then everybody that is in their flight, it's going to change to them. It's going to change the skin. So it's just best to leave it alone. You know, if you jump into, you know, air superiority slot, like a bar cap or something like that, it's automatically going to be set to the 55th skin, as long as the TE is associated with it. Yeah, there's the red band for the 72nd. And then behind him, yep, you can see the bombs there, so that's the 79th. Yep, and there's the yellow band. So yep, it is possible, as long as you set the squadrons within the TE to those numbers that are on the form that associates those squadrons with this particular skin, as long as nobody messes with either the install or nobody messes with, you know, changing their skin, everybody's going to see the exact same thing right here that we're looking at.